Hey sports fans, it's Mark here again with my just finally finished turn one. I'm going to show you around a little bit. Compass Games, the fall of the Third Reich. Last video covered a little bit of the mechanics. I'm just going to go a little bit into what happened. Let's see here, really quick. So what we have is, let's see, so we have these Stavka units. They're numbered 1 through 4. And basically the Soviets have to, it's like the OKH and OKW counters for the Germans. If they're in a town, they have a range of 4. And in a city, a range of 8. They're double, and they're numbered 1 through 4. And oh, that messed with my camera, didn't it? Let's let it refocus. There we go. So what that does is allow any units within range of that to do attacks. And I guess I could give you a little more detail next video. But up here's Leningrad. Launched an attack to try to take this victory hex outside of Leningrad and got one of the interesting combat results in the game. It's called an attacker attrition. Basically, the attacker decides how many step losses they want to take without eliminating their whole force, and then the defender has to eliminate, an equal amount. So basically, there were 2 German steps defending here, but you're not allowed to advance with an attacker attrition, so I killed both of them. Took 2 steps. Remember, stacking is 3. And you're like, wow, look at those losses, Mark, right? 1 unit left here, 2 left here. That's because one of my units had to soak off this hex. One unit here had to soak off this hex because when you combine attacks, and I wanted to use both of these stacks to attack this hex, anybody in the Zoc of the defender has to be attacked if you do a multi-hex attack. Otherwise, you can, with no requirement like that, attack from 1 hex. Then we're going to move down here, and we had a Stavka unit in Moscow. I've done the cleanup phase, so it's not there, but was in range of here, where I was able to launch a stack attack here, and a stack that attacked here. Was able to blow through the 2C units that were there and advance. Got a good enough result to advance. And then in the exploitation, you have to be within range of Stavka. Any mechanized unit can move and ignore the Zocs of the non-mechanized forces. So because of supply requirements, I just did a limited advance to kind of try to cut this guy off right here. Oops. And then, of course, from this hex, so we could help get this guy surrounded. Whoops. I'm sitting here pointing. I guess I should pay attention, shouldn't I, guys? Not waste your time. Sorry about that. Here I was able to launch an attack based off a Stavka unit that we placed in Kursk, right here. And, of course, the goal there was took the hex, advanced. After combat here. Okay, and one of the things I really like, so after the movement in combat, and the Russians and the Western Allies have this too, but let's see if you can make that out. It's called a reaction. So after movement in combat, but before exploitation, is a reaction. And this reaction marker, you're able to either place it A in a hex, and anybody within range that legally can get there can move to that hex, or you could place it on a hex, and then anybody in that stat can move. Okay, and then also you can have reaction combat as well. But it didn't happen in this step. The Germans, the only thing they were able to do, because it would really be bad supply-wise. So if we didn't have any there was nobody in Brant's, and so I reacted. This guy wasn't, here, but it's 1-2 reacted to at least put something in Bryansk. Goal next turn. Well, let's see. I forget about next turn. I'll talk about that in the next video. But we're gonna be trying to get to Kharkov. Germans are gonna try to repair this mess up here. Here's the. We'll see how replacements work beginning in next turn. There's the Soviet losses. All Soviet units are single-step units. For the Allies, not a whole lot. And I invaded. I took Sicily. And there's a strategic transit phase, it's called, where the Western Allies, you can kind of, move stuff around. It's like strategic movement. I took the 2 beachheads that allowed me to invade Sicily and put them back in the Mediterranean box over there, so they'll be available. We're going to go after Naples in turn 2. And then, or I may pick one of the other invasion sites. I'm not sure yet. And the Germans are able to move 4 units in each theater. If they move in more than one theater, they count against both. So basically, I took some units to kind of get 1, 2, those 3 German units there to get ready for the Allied landings. And obviously, I'm going to need to shift more. And then there were 2 units that came from that. No, where is it? Where am I at? Boy, I need to get my shit together. The 3-8 and the 4-8. And then the other 2 units, I went ahead to defend those 2 beaches. Now, thankfully, next turn 2, see over that big stack of Germans? Big stack. Anyways, they're going to come in as reinforcements, but you also look, they're pretty thin after that the rest of the game. So we shall see. A lot of beaches to defend. Gonna need to be sending some troops to the Eastern Front. Sorry this is so jumbled. In my next video, I will attempt to, I'm going to do some notes, try to be a little more concise. Maybe cover another few things. I really kind of find this game super interesting. And actually a lot of fun solitaire. So... And by the way, the gentleman that, I forgot who it was, and, it's a great conversation, but App must have been playing the game wrong, told me, hey, this game's broken. You can attack all along the front on the first turn, and it breaks the game. And there is actually no way to do that by the rules, based on you can only attack with units that are within range of your Stavka units. So, anyways... Appreciate your time. Sorry this took 8 minutes, and I will work on getting my thoughts a little bit more put together. But beautiful game. Rules are clear. I have come up with like 1 rules question so far, and I'm going to post that on Board Game Geek. So great. Have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.